Okay, round numero dos. See how this goes. What's up, guys? What's up? Freaking fired up to be on here with you guys tonight. It is pouring out here in San Diego right now. Absolutely freaking pouring. So wait for my guy to pop on here, and we're gonna get this thing going. So, what's up, guys? Who we got in here? We got my man Anthony, David. What's up, guys? What's going on? Brittany, what's going on? Okay, Zach, I see you, bro. I'm gonna pop you right in right now. See what we got. Okay, he's popping in.
How are we?
All right. Hey, wait.
Are we good?
Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Cool. Cool.
Oh my
Cool.
gosh, that was so bad. The echo was freaking terrible on my end, dude. It was so loud.
Maybe we just both got to be butted up, man. Both got to have the earphones on. So
I don't know, man. Who knows? Apple and Facebook have it out for us. I don't know, dude.
yeah,
Facebook's always messing something up, I swear, man. But
every
what's
time.
up, dude? I'm fired up to see you, dude. I've
Hell yeah,
missed
dude.
you.
Dude, we're gonna see each other soon, though. Coming to Chicago, it's gonna be exciting. But it's been a while, man. I love it. We got a lot of people popping on too. We got
Yeah, dude, I'm
Julie,
pumped.
Kiri. What's going on, guys? Nicole.
We got Zack Krupp in here. I don't know if you saw that, dude. He's a stud.
Too much love, man. I feel like me and Danny, we take turns saying, "No, you're the man. No, you're the man." That's seriously what it's turned into. Like we are each other's hype man.
I know, dude. Anytime we ever get on stage in the same room, the other one's gonna be like you. It's gonna be like a rap concert, dude. I swear to God.
That's literally how it is. Same thing when I go to meet someone. I'm like, dude, you got like, you think this is impressive? My dude Danny's doing like 5 times better than me. You got to check him out. He's crushing it. Like same thing, man.
Oh my gosh. I know, dude. It's an honor to be friends with you. So guys, I wanna warm it up really quick. A lot of you know who Zach is, know who Zach is. Some of you guys don't, but I wanted to dig into today something that me and Zach haven't ever really talked about in a public forum before. What's up, everybody? Tell me where you guys are tuning in from, by the way. I'm in San Diego. It is legit flash flooding here in San Diego. It's crazy. People in this city don't know how to drive when there's a little rain on the ground. It's madness, but that's neither here nor there. But me and Zach wanted to talk about some stuff that we've never really talked about in a public forum. Me and him have some really high quality phone conversations and the video chats, and we've got our national team conference call every Monday night that we run. And so we always have really high quality conversations, but we wanted to kind of pop in here and share with you guys a little bit of the background, a little bit of the hell and the pain that we've gone through in our life, because, I've seen Zach grow like crazy in the last 12 months, and before we kind of kick it off, I want to give you guys a little context of the conversation. I met Zach just over 12 months ago. I was back in Illinois, and I was at the gym. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. Excited to see you guys. I was at the gym, and I was working out. It was probably 9 p.m. on a Friday night, and, I'm hustling with got my gym grind going at nighttime, and I see this dude, this tall, good-looking cat, at the LA Fitness, and I was like, what is this guy doing working on a Friday night? And he wasn't working at the gym. He was selling hats. He had a whole table set up selling hats at this LA Fitness, really nice hats. And I was like, what is this young dude doing? He could be out doing anything right now, talking to women. He could be out partying. He could be out, doing anything he really wants to, but he's out on a Friday night working, and nobody's here to tell him what to do. And so, I kind of had my eye on him, and I was like, I want to talk to this guy. I'd love to have this dude in my business, but I'd also love to know who this guy is. And, so I finished my workout, and at the end, I just walked up to him and I was like, "What's up, dude?" I was like, "What are you doing hustling hats at 9 p.m. on a Friday night? You could be out doing anything right now." And he told me, we got in a 10 or 15-minute conversation, but what he told me caught my attention, wrapped up in like a 1 or 2 sentence phrase. He basically told me, "Dude, I don't have time for any of this other garbage. I want to be a billionaire by the time I'm 40." And I was like, shoot, this dude is the type of man I gotta, run with, And so I just told him, hey man, let's stay in touch. If there's anything I can ever do to help you, I'd love to, stay in touch with you. And we connected on social media, and 2 months later we were in business together. And, from then, I'm not gonna spoil the story. I'll have Zach share with you, but I have seen Zach skyrocket in 12 months, and it's just been an honor to, watch and even be a small part of, but Zach is one of my closest friends now, my accountability partner, my running partner, business partner, everything except romantic partner, basically. But
Oh my
I
gosh.
wanted to hop on here with him and because me and him have really gone through the ringer together in this business. He was one of the first people that believed in me and other people didn't. But I want Zach to kind of share his story with you guys because he's been through some properly directed hell in his life, especially over the last couple of years. And before we get into what we really want to talk about, Zach, I want to kick it to you so you can kind of share what you've been through in the last 12 months. And it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, man, it's been a fun ride. And just before that, first of all, thank you for having me on. Like it is, you probably don't realize, but it's an honor for me to be on the Danny Wilgenbush's Facebook Live because what you guys don't realize is Danny's in the beginning stage. And if you want to be smart, a tip for you is you want to connect with people before they blow up. And I don't want to overhype Danny, but me and Danny see eye to eye, and I think that's why we hit it off right away. We both talk way too much. We both have extremely high ambitions. So we connected from day one, and it's an honor to be here, talking and sharing my story on your page. So, yeah, with that, meeting Danny, I've always kind of been the business entrepreneur, hustler, and I've been doing that. But I think you caught me at a really opportune time. And like I said, it's funny because you accredit, some of your, me being one of the first people to really believe in you and really say like, I believe in what Danny's doing. And you felt that that was powerful to you and your progression to, leading a big team of millennials that we have now in the business that we run. And for me, it was, the flip side is that like, dude, you helped put me in the right place. You attracted me. It really was attraction marketing. I always knew you actually woke up like a sleeping giant in me because I've always said I wanted to be great. And speaking with you and just talking about the things that you're coming out really brought it back and made me realize, getting into my story here is like, I was at college, I was at Illinois State University, I was studying sales and marketing. And to me, like, wow, I never even thought I would go to a 4-year college. Like, I'm doing good. I'm on the right path. I thought I would do community college and be done. And what I realized is like, I was just kind of there, I was just kind of going through the motions, like doing school, but I always said I was gonna be great, but what am I doing? So this came along and I took advantage. And a little backstory, before you approached me, before I got involved with network marketing, I was actually coming off of my junior year of college at Illinois State University, which was a great year. I hit it so well. No one would know I had a bad year, but I actually had the rock bottom of my whole life was just about 14 months ago was absolute rock bottom. So the fact that where I am now is the absolute highest high I've ever been, it's going to continue going up, is testament to what's here. So long story short, I got this concussion at ISU. I was playing a basketball game, and it turned into post-concussion syndrome, which basically means your concussion symptoms that you feel on day one, like major migraines and the inability to, play sports, go out, lift weights, watch TV, look at your computer screen, troubled me for 6 months straight. And in this time, I developed a lot of hardships. I was living in an apartment that had mold. I'm highly allergic to mold. So I had to, crash on my friend Jenny's couch for a month and a half in college, hitting up all these other rentals, and there was nowhere to go. I was really down about that. What's up to my mom? Shout out to my mom just tuned in. In that time going through this, I also developed anxiety. I would drive back to my house every weekend to stay with my parents because I was sick. I couldn't work out and it was taking a lot of things from me. And so I ended up getting my rock bottom where I was broken down, beaten down. And when you found me, I still had that lingering concussion. I started watching videos and I still had to take myself on and off. So that's where I came from. Now getting into Overcome Nation, getting into this, what I want to call launching pad or this like growth, like I don't even know how to describe it, but man, it was a launching pad for me. And it really helped me slowly overcome some of my fears. I got on Facebook Live and at that time we did our first Facebook Live together. I probably said 60 times in that Facebook Live. Like, it was so bad, dude. It was so bad. And it's funny now because I want to be a speaker, but it was so bad. And between Overcome Nation, you know, I started getting into speaking. I started getting into leading, you know. I had a gathering of people. You came out to my school and I spoke in front of 7 of my friends and I was like quivering. My voice was quivering. And what it's evolved to now is so many things have happened to me since, from taking the principles I learned from our business school and leveraging them to what I'm doing now. So to give you a few examples, I wrote them down because I've actually begun to forget, because I'm constantly doing something new. I don't even remember like half the shit. I'm like, oh yeah. So let's see.
Crazy.
It started with, you know, getting involved. I won a scholarship for my school. It was always a big goal of mine to get a scholarship. I won a flight on a private jet. I started speaking and getting noticed. I entered contests because I got more visual online and got less fear. I used to be scared of doing video. I entered a video contest and I won a contest valued at $30,000. Flew out to Charlotte, where I actually live now. You can see that worked out pretty well. Flew out to Charlotte to meet with the best sales trainer in the world, one of the top sales trainers in the world, Jeffrey Gitomer. He gave me personal mentorship. I got to be a guest on a top 2 business podcast in the world. All these things were insane. And when I went there, I got to speak about what we do, and that was just amazing. And from there, you know, I made a great impression. Now I work for one of the best sales trainers in the world. I mean, looking at the last few months, what they've been, I decided 7 months ago, from doing what we're doing here, I want to be a professional speaker. 2 months ago, I spoke in front of a stage of 50 people, 100 people, 150 people, and 200 people. I thought that was a 5-year dream. That was 2 months ago. What else, dude? I mean, I've got to meet. I have a big visualization board here, and I've met with some of the people who I look up to. I mean, this year I've got to connect with Andy Frisella, Grant Cardone, Jack Canfield, Dean Graziosi. Like, these guys are hundreds of millionaires. And basically, this has just shifted me to the next level, and continuing to plug in all from where we started now has allowed me to see what's possible. And I think the reason we're able to talk today is because now what we've both gained from our professional success alongside of what we do has allowed us to have a vision and an understanding for how things work and what can happen. And I think we both see, you know, we're in year 1, we have a little bit of buzz, but we know if we stick with these steps, we've figured out a formula, like, keep pushing with this, you're going to go to wherever you want to go.
Yes, dude, that's so good. It's been so fun watching you, man. And, you know, I know you've gone through some struggles and it's not been easy for you. And, you know, you and me have been there every single step of the way together, and it's been cool, man. But just to be a part of that journey and see where you're going, like I found that you and I have a very rare understanding of something, and this isn't to toot our own horn, but it's just something that for one reason or another, you and I both grasp. And what it is a very rare understanding of the fact that you cannot fight the process. You cannot fight the pain that you go through. Like, so many people run from pain. They run from it because they don't understand what the pain develops them into. They don't understand what the process shapes you to be. The process forms you into a valuable contributor, not only to society, but to the marketplace, to your family, to your relationships, to your business. If you haven't been through some stuff, you can't be a valuable contributor to anything, right? You have to go through some hell, right? Anybody who's watching this, if you've been through some stuff in your life, some things that might have been painful in that time, but you've overcome it, I want to see a comment. Just put a that's me in the comments. I want to know who's been through some freaking stuff in their life, because I'll tell you what, every single challenge I've been through has always springboarded me into a greater next level, right?
Yes.
And, you know, I look back to, you know, my experience of, you know, losing my business when the FTC sued our company, and my parents losing their house and our business and our cars and everything, and my girlfriend of the time breaking up with me, all within a 3-month period. I hit a serious rock bottom in my life, a serious depression in my life that had me turning in the direction of, I don't even want to live anymore. Right. And to see how that was only a few years ago, to seeking mentorship, getting in on personal development, getting around mentors, and ultimately being directed towards Overcome Nation, the business platform and world-class entrepreneurship development program that we're a part of. it's amazing how fast things can change. You know, I've seen your
Yes.
paychecks go up. I've seen you making more money than you've ever made in your life right now. You know, and it's fun to watch, dude. It's been a blast to watch. So talk a little bit about. I know there's some things that you wanted to talk on. So I'm actually not even going to say it. I want to kick it to you, dude. What is one of the things that you found the most valuable over this time frame, and what is it that we can hit on to really bring some value here, bro?
Man, well, first of all, Danny giving me, my checks increasing. I think there's two things that I want to touch on right now. And the first, let's stay on topic. For those people who said me, Tommy, Anthony, Tyler, Mark Kelly, the coolest thing that I think me and Danny both recognize that holds true for everyone, it's just a trend, is that your highest high will follow your lowest low. So if you are at a rock bottom right now, get excited. Like if it doesn't suck that much, make it worse. And that sounds crazy. Like, dude, what kind of BS advice is this? But guess what? Every time it's gone down, it's like a piggyback or like leapfrog, right? You go down and you go back up. You go down, you go back up, and your lowest low skyrocket. And and then another thing is once you start doing this consistently, you don't have lows anymore, which sounds crazy, but that's for another time. So something I wanted to touch on to give the people here is just briefly. You talked about, you've seen what I've done go up, and I see the same for you. I feel like having an accountability partner is something that's really important to, holding yourself accountable, but also making sure you continually grow. So for you, I mean, you live in California, I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And ideally, I think if you have a person with you, that can be helpful. But like, I call and to be like, dude, I got to tell you about this. I met this guy tonight. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. And then Danny calls me 2 days later and like, dude, I just made this sale. I'm speaking in front of the whole team, in front of 200 people next week. I'm like, my guy. So like, to me, on the outside looking in, maybe it's like, wow, Zach's doing pretty good. But to me, I'm like, dude, this guy's taking me up a level. And then I turn around and take you up a level. So finding an accountability partner or finding someone who can level you up, that's a start. But if you take it a step further, when people talk about like you're the average of the 5 people you hang around with, part of being in this business school is what started me off. It surrounded me with people who have what I don't have. And before I got there, I didn't have those people. I had great friends who encouraged me, but they didn't share the same ambitions that I share. Starting with yourself, starting with Rex Crane, these people have really like pushed me, inspired me to want to be like them. And now taking it into my job with, Jeffrey, where both of my bosses are sales speakers, best-selling authors, like that levels me up. And I've met more people who level me up further. So surrounding yourself with the right people, having an accountability partner is like a good key to leverage up your goals.
Dude, so good, and I want to touch on the fact that you talked about, who you've gotten around. It's insane to me to see how that can change so fast, dude, because
Dude.
I remember being in high school. I had like 4 friends, man. And when I was in college, like my 5 best friends, if you average them all out together, the average of those 5 people were an unemployed person with no car, no college education, in debt, no income whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
That was me. That was
Yeah.
me, right? And it's only a few years ago too. Today, I don't say this to brag. It's a fact. Like I have
Mm-hmm.
5 mentors who've made over $150 million in business, and it's not just about the money. The money is a reflection of what's on the inside. What you carry on the inside will always show on the outside, right? And so that's a lot of money. And the reason people make that much money is because they provide that much value, right? And I was literally just I was on my way home from what I'm about to say. It's part of why I was late. I apologize, guys. I was sitting in the room with one of the top agents for the best, like, okay, let me rephrase this. I don't even know how to phrase this. I was just sitting in a room with like 4 or 5 different people, and one of them is one of the top agents in the entire country for publishers and authors. And another person I was in the room with owns a multi-billion-dollar oil company. And this was like 2 hours ago. And as well as one of my closest friends, you know who it is, but I'm going to keep it under wraps at the
Yeah.
moment. And it's amazing to see the influence that I'm able to get around and rub shoulders with. And it's not because I'm special. It's because I stopped living my life in the status quo. I decided a long time ago, when it wasn't the popular decision, that I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing, because when I looked at what
Yep.
everybody else
Yep.
had, everybody else was broke, busted, and disgusted. So it shouldn't be a surprise that I was the same way. And I made a decision consciously and unpopularly that I'm going to do something very, very different, radically different. I'm going to do what other people aren't willing to do so I can get what other people will never get. And it's amazing how in such a short period of time your life can change, dude. How people can believe in you, how people can support you. Sometimes you need somebody to believe in you more than you believe in yourself, to show you what's possible beyond your own limitations. And that's what we have, dude. And it's been an honor to run through with you, man, because the people that we're learning from now are legitimately world class. And it's insane. It's like, it feels like a dream, and we're only getting started. That's the crazy thing.
And I want to add to that too, because you just like lit me up. So you say, no, you talked about people who, aspire you to go higher. Are there people out there who doubt what you're doing, and people who tell you you're doing the wrong thing, you're so stupid? Like you have those people?
Yes. A lot of them.
Okay. So do I. And the biggest thing too, let me just drop another bomb really quick about people. Okay. So people being scared of what people think about them and getting out there. That was part of the growth stage in getting here, was like, what are people going to think about me when I post videos? What are people going to think about me when I say, I'm learning from people who have made multi-millions? And the funniest thing is that the people who tell us are crazy, are stupid, that's a sign. Because guess what? I see myself as a very intelligent person, and I know Danny is even more intelligent. And you know why? Because there's a stack of 30 books over there. Read every single day, listen to audio every single day, listen to podcasts every single day. I know I'm smart. I know what I'm taking, not to toot my own horn, but seriously, I know I'm learning the right thing. So the craziest thing is, when everyone tells you you're stupid and you're doing things wrong, the ironic part is, like, everyone else is not where you want to be. And if everyone else sees that what we're doing is working, to me, it's like, why are you not doing it? Like, the things are getting bigger and bigger. And if I went back in time to a year prior and you told me everything I've done this year, 1 year from now, I'd laugh in your face and tell you that it's impossible. I would tell you it's impossible. But the funny thing is, now that I've realized just from this short amount of time, is even though I'm continuing to still accomplish little things in here and there, the belief of other people still remains the same. The excuses always still come up for them to justify and discredit what I'm doing. So if people tell you you're nuts, if people tell you that that's stupid, you're not doing the right thing, that's a great sign. You can't be don't go jump off a bridge, because not everyone's doing that. But like, all the average people aren't going to have what we want. And I don't want to be average, and I know you don't want to be average. So like, I take that as a great sign for all those people out there too, who feel like, they're under a lot of scrutiny, or a lot of people are giving them a tough time. Well, those people who are probably don't have what you want, and look where they are and see what they're doing. So yes, dude, wait, like 100% for mentioning that, like, spot on.
I love it, dude. The journey is the true reward, man. I found that. And something me and Zach were talking about is we didn't want this conversation to be something where people listen in and they're like, oh man, you just got that out of a book. Like, me and Zach wanted to have a conversation, like all of our conversations are, and talk about the content out of our own life, talk about the pain that we've gone
Yeah.
through. Because it's interesting. I was literally just talking with that lady earlier. And I wasn't even telling her the story. The person that I was with was telling her my story. And the one I'm referring to is the really top end agent for all the book publishers and authors in the country. He was telling her my story, and you could see in her eyes. And this is a lady who hears stories, dude, who hears and publishes some of the greatest stories in the country. She's working with Martin Luther King's foundation and Martin Luther King's daughter on some stuff right now. And he was telling her my story and what I've been through, and you could see in her face, she was like you're like insane. Like, it's like in a good way though, right?
Yeah.
And to voluntarily live out of your car for a year because you want to get around someone who can elevate you. In many people's eyes, they think that's nuts. In my eyes, I think you're crazy not to. Most people sacrifice most of their life just living the status quo and never have what they want. They'll never earn what they want. I would rather live one real hard year. I'd rather live hard and do it hard for a year so I can have the life that I want, or for 3 years, or shoot, dude, 5 years or more, so I can live the rest of my life like most people can't. It doesn't compute in my mind to live in an easy way, to do things easy, because if you do what's easy, your life will be very, very, very hard. But if you
Yeah.
do what's hard, your life will be very easy. And that's what we understand. And it's,
Yep.
again, not because we're special. It's because we dig into, like, shoot, dude, I'm just going to freaking do this right now, man. Like, you
Okay.
can, this is just part of it. I love Christmas, by the way, but I
Me
got
too.
books on books, dude. Books here. I got books all in here, dude. Books, books, books. I got more books. 3/4 of my library isn't even here. It's in Illinois, dude. I read books on books on books. And here's the deal. I don't just read books. I put it into my life, because the book, if you just read it, sits here and knowledge puffs up, right? But if you take knowledge and you apply it into your life, knowledge plus pain of experience equals wisdom. And wisdom is the principal thing, King Solomon said.
Yeah.
Wisdom is what develops great riches, what develops great impact and great influence and great social strength and mental and emotional strength when you apply those things into your existence. And so we don't just read books, people. We're living it. We're walking the books out. And because my mentor told me, our mentor, I'll say, told us, right? There's a book that you're reading and there's a book that you're writing. And I think by the time that I'm 40 years old, I'm going to have some books in me, dude. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
feel the same way. So I say all of that to say this, the people that are coming in a little bit later, is most people are running from pain. Most people are running from pain, and it's because they don't understand what the pain shapes you into. If you had an understanding of what pain develops on the inside of you, everyone would be running towards it, because it develops gold on the inside of you. It develops treasure. Leaders have treasure that they deposit on the inside of people, and that's what makes them leaders. That's what makes you worth following, is you've been through some stuff that you can deposit on the inside of other people. You know, when I was living in my car, I learned some very valuable lessons about myself, about the world, about pain tolerance, about work ethic, about, I know what it's like to have 28 cents in my bank account and overdraw it because I needed a bottle of water. Like, I know what that's
Man.
like. And because I know what that's like, I can speak into greater situations. So if you're going through pain right now, I will tell you, embrace it, eat it up.
Yeah.
Because you're becoming very, very valuable. And if you want to make a lot of money, your value, your income is a direct reflection of the value you bring to the marketplace. If you haven't been through some stuff in your life, you're going to have a lot of trouble bringing value to the marketplace. You got to allow your life to be forged in the fires of battle, pain, and struggle. So if you're going through struggle, you are not alone. You are in great, great company. Zach, you want to add to that? I know you're you love to study greatness, my man.
Yeah, dude. Everything's about habits, right? So like, here's the book I'm reading now is Millionaire Success Habits. And I kind of got on a trend of just reading books all about principles of success. And going back to what you were talking about pain, I think something that you touched on briefly that I just want to circle back to a little bit for understanding is sacrifice. And the reason, I'm just going to wait. I got a lot of good stuff to say, so.
I'm here, bro. I was just getting my book out.
Oh, that's a juicy one. All right, so with the pain comes sacrifice, and I think you kind of going in your car, having to live out of your car because you wanted to strive for a higher level of mentorship is a good example of that sacrifice that you had to lay down the line. And I think knowing in the day to day, what you go through, what I go through, there's sacrifice involved. And when I talk about success principles. And I don't want to make it too much about books, so I'll bring it back to my life. But I've seen that sacrifice is a big component to this too. Like whether it's not going out on Friday and Saturday night. Since I moved to Charlotte, I don't know. I've maybe drank 1 or 2 times. That's been a big switch for me. Where I stay in the weekends. Making the time to read. Passing up on watching that Netflix movie or passing up on playing video games to decide to read a good book. Or plug in with other people. So sacrifice is big, and with that comes like the words that came to mind were commitment and consistency. I think if you take away, like Danny Wilgenbush is one of the most committed guys I've ever met, and that's why I feel so challenged. This dude is like, if you want to follow a dude who is 100% in on what he's doing, it's this guy. Like, gives me a run for my money. And I channel it in a little bit different way, but we're both extremely committed. And what I've noticed is, if you look at what's the trend that has brought about all of this, momentum, it's consistency. And that's that, for me, it's seminars, books, audio, mentorship, working, planting seeds out into the world, putting things out that can generate to me. Whereas a couple years ago, if one of these opportunities that has happened to me out of the 70 in the last year came to me, it'd be like, wow, I'm going to talk about this for 3 months. But now it's like, we do that for one day and now we're on to the next thing. So being consistent with kind of that sacrifice, consistently sacrificing, that's a good thing to say, is like, you have to decide who you want to be. And like what Danny said is about, do you want life to be easy now and hard later when you're 40? Like, shit, I didn't jump in any opportunities. I kind of like, sat on the porch and drank a few beers, nothing against that. You can do that, but, make sacrifice now, be consistent, and it's going to pay off later. And if you want that highest level of life, which we both want, do it now, man. Because it is 155,000% going to happen for the both of us. That's how confident I am from just what I've seen over the course of a year. All these habits, okay, this works, that works. Like, it's a done deal. Just stay the course. Get on the course, stay the course.
Yes. I want to address something, changing gears a little bit.
Sure.
And this is not just for young people. This is for anybody, and all this has been for anybody. I hope you guys don't just think it's for young people. This is some pretty good wisdom, I have to say. But what I will tell you is, anybody who's not only young, but people who are wanting more in life, I want to share something. Is what it is that I've done is, I have done as best I can to position myself in front of challenging workspaces, people who challenge me, environments that challenge me, right? Because your destiny is found in the people that you're surrounded with, right? And your destiny is found in the environment that you live in and operate in. And so for me, I did things like door-to-door sales, right? Because why? People go, why would you do door-to-door sales? Blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, right? I don't want to hear any of that crap. Let me say why I did door-to-door sales, right? Door-to-door sales teaches you how to build rapport with an individual instantly. How to build rapport with somebody who does not trust you, how to create it in less than 4 seconds where they trust you and want to get to know you and want to listen to you. It teaches you how to communicate. It teaches you how to think on your feet, right? It teaches you courage. It teaches you how to how to put yourself in a position where, you don't know what it's like to drive up to a neighborhood and have to get out of your car and go voluntarily knock on doors and ring people's doorbells and stuff like that until you do it. But it's a valuable experience. It's something that when I look at some of the most successful people in human history, many of them in business have done door-to-door sales because of the skills it develops on the inside of you. Also, network marketing, something that is laughed at by some people. I ran towards network marketing when I saw it, because I saw an opportunity to develop the entrepreneur on the inside of me, an opportunity to build the skills, the network, the income to do all the other things that I wanted to do. Network marketing will test you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially, socially, right? It helps weed out all the weak people in your network. It helps to weed out all of the critics in your network and shows you and identifies and highlights the real friends in your network. And the things that I'm talking about aren't that popular, but I've never talked about things that are that popular. I talk about the things that work, that are tried and true. And I know that when you do things that other people aren't doing, you're going to develop skills that other people aren't developing. And I'll tell you this, if you're developing things that other people aren't, you're becoming more valuable than they are. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, you're not setting yourself apart. The only way to win is by being different. My good friend, I'm going to kick it to you. I know you want to say something, Zach. My good friend Rex Crane said, your difference, not your similarity. Your similarity creates comfort. Your difference makes room for prosperity. Your difference, when you identify what is different about you, you will successfully have identified what the world needs from you. And so I've put myself in a position to identify my differences and identify what it is about me that other people don't have, so I can build in that area, because that's what people need from me, and that's where all the value will be. That's how I'll be able to create a massive income, is by leveraging the strengths I have that other people don't. And I only learned that by putting myself in really challenging situations. So those of you watching, that's a nugget. Like, you got to do things that are challenging to you that you've never done before, and it's going to develop skills on you that you never had. It makes you more valuable.
And just, I do want to add a few things for a second, but adding to that direct point, finding things that take you out of your comfort zone is what creates growth. Like getting out of your comfort zone. And the comfort zone is the best place where everyone likes to live, right? It feels so good, but coming out of it sucks, but then it's very rewarding. So I only wanted to circle back just a quick point when you touched on network marketing. Obviously, we both started in network marketing. We both currently do network marketing. And when you mentioned the point, when I talk about trends and habits, and you mentioned the point about a lot of people, how they got started, I want to mention not everyone wants to be a guru. Not everyone wants to be a billionaire. Not everyone wants to be some world-class speaker, but everyone wants to grow. I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there right now who feel, and I don't even want to make this a pitch, we're out here giving value, but I know there's people out here who feel stagnant, who feel like they don't know their direction of their life, they don't know where they want to go. And the thing that network marketing has done, when people, this is why it's funny to me when so many people criticize about the money and say, well, only 1%, let me give you the figures, only 1% of people make money. Like, dog, listen, what I found, what you said is, I want to be, I want to be a major influencer. I do. I want to show people that anything is possible. That's my life's mission. I want to be a world-class speaker in 7 years, show people that anything in the world is possible, which is a fact. Now, a lot of highly influential people I've met, including both of my bosses, Jeffrey and Jen Gluckow. Jen started in Cutco Knives. Jeffrey started in network marketing. There are many more. Mark Cuban. There are many other influencers that I've come across who are mid-level guys, and they've just made, hundreds of millions, but they're not big names. They all started in network marketing, and what's undeniable about network marketing is it's guaranteed. Now, not any company. You can't just go around selling stupid stuff, but when you have a business school that we have, which is incredible, I can guarantee you this, it will be a launching pad to the next level of your life. I will put my life on a dotted line and guarantee that. It is a launching pad, and every person who's done it started there because exactly like what you said, it built the pain. It made you uncomfortable. You went door to door. You experienced these hard things. You have to speak in front of people. You have to get out there on social media, and like what we're doing now, where this was so uncomfortable a year ago, but it's blossomed me. It's grown me. It's grown yourself. It's grown these other people as examples. Take note of this. It's an extremely valuable tool to take yourself to the next level. Guaranteed, level up, guaranteed with life skills, with your relationships, with your finances, with your emotional, spiritually, takes you to the next level spiritually. I've had that experience, and these are all things that just tie into success where it's like, oh, that guy has that too. Oh, that guy has that too. So just mind blowing right there. That's what I have on that.
Man, we're preaching better. We're preaching better than y'all are amening. Who's in here right now? If you're getting some value, show some love. My gosh.
show some love real quick. I know some cool people in here.
It.
Kyle
I know we got
Frimster,
some
Eric
good people,
Wilgenbush,
man.
Tommy, Brian popping in.
I want to touch on something, and we can end it here or keep going. Either way, I'm cool. But there's something that you said about Overcome Nation and positioning yourself for success. Being in Overcome Nation has been a platform that has skyrocketed you forward. I just came back from a weekend in Orlando. Over 300 people, had the honor of speaking on stage. If you guys want to see the video, it's on my Facebook. Shameless plug.
So hold on. 300 people watched you speak on stage, not 300 people spoke on stage. So Danny was actually one of the featured speakers for that event. Just want to correct you there.
Oh, did I say something wrong? Cool. See, I'm not perfect yet either.
No, you were the speaker. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize I said that. See, you guys need an accountability partner, someone to keep you straight. But I came back from a remarkable weekend in Orlando, and it's unbelievable what so many people in network marketing get wrong, and it just pisses me off like you would not believe. And I was one of these people at one point, so I can criticize it because I've been there. Okay. What just makes me angry as can be is most network marketers and network marketing companies, they're trying to pitch people on eventually on making everybody quit their job. I love that. That's great, man. If you can build your networking business full time, it's awesome. It's phenomenal. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is something we're focused on, particularly our organization, not even the whole organization, but ours, is leveraging this opportunity and leveraging Overcome Nation, our business school. For those of you guys that don't know what it is, Overcome Nation is a business platform that develops world-class entrepreneurs, just to keep you up to speed. What we are doing is we're leveraging what we're learning into every other area of our life. People on our team are leveling up in every area of their life, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, socially, and those 5 are pouring into people's bank accounts. I've made more money in the last 3 months than I've ever made in my entire life, and it's not close, because of the skills that I've learned in Overcome Nation and applying it into my other business. Zach is in the exact same boat. We're not going to talk about figures, but it's been fun, and we're just getting started. But so many network marketing companies just focus on, here's the nuts and the bolts. Go out and talk to more people. You get your list, get your why, and here's your invite, and go do it. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's necessary to building the business, yes, but we're focused on sharpening men and women to create world-class entrepreneurs in the marketplace. Our team is leveling up in every single area of their life, and that's not something I see anywhere else. Most leaders have too much of an ego, and they're too insecure to pour into their people where their people actually start winning. Most leaders have so much pride and so much insecurity that they don't want to give all of the secrets. They don't want to pour into their people, because if their people become too good, they think their people will leave. That's not our philosophy. If we give people true value, so much value, it's undeniable, they'll stick with you for a lifetime. That's how leadership works, and that is something that our team has mastered. That's why our team has, you and me have had one person leave our business, I believe. If the numbers aren't wrong, one person leave our business in the last 11 months. That's unheard of in this industry. Our team's retention as a whole is 74 to 90%. Our team is virtually 100%. That doesn't happen anywhere except where we are, and it's because we're doing something different. We've cracked the code on bringing such massive value. Nobody wants to quit. That is a problem every business experiences, is attrition. It's not something that we face.
Man, I know you're looking to me to add something, but damn, I was just agreeing with what you were saying. You're on a roll. And I was like, nothing even popped in my head to bounce back on that. Yeah, I don't have anything immediately, but you were just spitting facts. Yep, big facts.
It's all good, man. What I would say is this: if this wasn't planned, none of what me and Zach are talking about was planned. We just wanted to hop on here with a couple ideas and have a good conversation. Hopefully, you guys could get something from it. But if anybody has a question you want to ask, we're only going to stick on for a few seconds. If there's a question you want an answer to, we're happy to answer it. Otherwise, we're going to boogie off here. I got to get going here in about 10 to 15 minutes anyway. So if there's a question, post it. Otherwise, dude, Zach, I'm fired up to see you. We got a big event happening in Chicago in April, and then also Vegas in January. Are you going to be able to be at both?
So I'm already booked for Vegas, and I feel like I have to be in Chicago. You know, that's where I'm from. That's my stomping ground. So definitely do my best to be out there. I'm trapped. That's another part I didn't even touch on, man. Is like I forgot is like part of everything that added to it is the travel. I've traveled more in the last year than I've ever gone. Like this year, I've been started with Orlando. I've been to Salt Lake City. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Dallas twice after never going to Dallas. I'm going to Hawaii in 2 months. I'm going to New York City next week. I'm going to Chicago the week after that. Like part of all this momentum and stuff is just even with the team and being with the guys, like been really rewarding in picking that up. So that was one thing I forgot to mention. But yeah, dude, I'm super psyched. Like Danny's gonna be back in Chicago for our friends who are like from the Lake County people tuning in. I know I'll be back for 7 or 8 days, so we're gonna have to, all link up and fire each other up, man. Like
it's gonna be good. We're gonna go to the city together. We're gonna plan it. But anyways, well, everybody that's on here, we're not gonna just sit here and bullshit on here.
Yeah.
We appreciate all you guys hopping on. It's been fun, Zach. It's always a freaking riot chopping it up with you, man. Can't wait to see you, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your night. Enjoy your weekend, and we will talk soon, man. It's an honor running with you, working with you, and having you as a friend, dude. I'm looking forward to an amazing next few years with you, man.
100%, dude. You pushed me 100%. Remember our pact. We have a goal, so that's next on the agenda.
That's right, dude. First one to a million.
First one, and it's a race. It's a race. I told
That's
Danny on his
right.
birthday we're on a race. So
That's
let's get it,
right.
man. Awesome.
I love it, man. All right, bro. Talk to you soon, man. Have an awesome rest of your night, brother.
All right, you too. Thanks, everybody.
See you guys.